Hello everyone, this is Austin with Exceeding Aquatics, and today I'm going to tell you a little bit about this 20-gallon high community Betta tank. This tank contains a sponge filter, a heater set to 76 degrees, plants, snails, and fish. The plants that we have in here are Java moss, a Marimo moss ball, Vallestrinia, a Madagascar lace plant, Anubias rangi, banana plants, water lettuce, and duckweed. For animals, we have cherry shrimp, ram's horn snails, neon tetras, Japanese trapdoor snails, 24-karat gold white clouds, pond snails, and one male long-fin betta. Let's talk a little bit about community betta tanks and what it takes to introduce a betta into a community fish tank. This can be a bit of a controversial subject, as bettas can be pretty aggressive and known to eat smaller fish. The trick is to just take it really slow and know when your betta is getting stressed out or annoyed with the other fish and when he's becoming territorial. The first step was to put the betta's tank up next to the communal tank and just expose the betta to these fish without them being able to get in his territory and without him being able to go and chase them around. The next step was to place him inside of a container inside the communal tank, just to get him a little bit closer to the fish and get him around the fish, just to see how he reacted in the new established environment where the other fish were already comfortable and had places that they knew where to run and hide, and see how he handles that situation. Luckily, this male betta was not very aggressive with them, and after a few hours, I felt secure enough to give it a shot and let him in one of the partitioned halves and see how he reacted in the tank. Releasing him into the tank, he was pretty friendly with the fish. The fish avoided him for a long time. They would go over and just kind of stay in the other half of the partition for probably a few days. When I introduced the betta into the communal tank, the smaller fish and the shrimp would stay on the other side of the partition away from him for a couple of days before they started venturing into the betta side and getting around him. He did chase them for a while. He would try to nip at them, but everything in here is smaller, a bit faster than him. This is where the partition and being able to pass through the partition comes in especially handy, because after a few times of chasing after them and not being able to catch them and just watching them go through the partition, he will give up and give up on trying to eat them and just let them be. So that's really what it took. I still have the partition in here. I could probably take it out, but it's nice to keep the plants on one side to give them somewhere to run just in case he gets hungry or is ornery one day or something and feels like nipping at him. It also keeps the plants separated, which is pretty nice because the smaller fish can have rootier plants to go through and stuff, and the betta won't have to worry about working his way through all of that.